out of Martinsville, Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Abba, Big Dog Adam Hayden. Ladies and gentlemen, from Lafayette, Indiana, give it up for Gerard Abdul-Hafiz.
And here we go, round one. Adam Hayden and Jared Hafiz. Both fighters choosing to wear black spandex as if this were the late 80s.
This fight is brought to you by American Top Team Indianapolis.
Specifically by Carlos Diaz of American Top Team.
Good guy.
Yes.
You trained there, didn't you, Sean?
I did on occasion, yeah. Matt Mitchell likes to switch gyms every 3 days, so we've been all over the city and country pretty much.
I heard he changes his underwear that often.
Yeah, probably less than that. Double underhooks for Hafiz and, well, single underhook at least. Can't see because Rosenthal is once again blocking the view.
Hayden's got him pushed up against the cage. Hafiz looking for a way out.
Let's see if Hafiz uses the one leg against the fence defense that we saw.
Looks like Hayden trying to get him up in the air, take him down.
It's going to be really tough to do with that underhook on the left side.
Sure. Hafiz pivoting out of that, and they square off in the center of the cage again.
Good head movement from Hayden. Looks like he's spent a little time boxing, probably more than me. I try to train stand-up as little as possible, Shano.
I'm going to leave that one alone there, Sean.
I'm just too pretty to be getting punched in the face. Apparently these guys are also. They feel the same way, measuring each other out.
Hayden comes in with a jab and looks for the takedown.
You can hear one of the cornermen saying, do something. That's normally what you're trying to do when you're fighting is something. You know where you made your mistake in the first round, Shano? You didn't do anything.
Do something.
I like when the crowd yells out, punch him in the face.
Body, body, head. That's my favorite.
Always in that rhythm. Hayden going for the takedown. It's going to be tough again with that underhook, jacking it up. Hafiz really needs to jack that right side up. Otherwise, he's going to get slammed.
There's the takedown. Hafiz got the guillotine.
Once
got
again,
the arm in.
Side control, that guillotine is worthless. You need to just let it go, and unless you're just trying to protect yourself momentarily. Working his way back up the cage.
Which is nice, by the way. You know, he's in a bad position. Hayden pull him out to
10 seconds toward the end of the round.
Oh,
and a
it's like we're
haymaker.
in this round swinging. Oh, that was a good right.
So definitely Hayden won that round, especially that last exchange.
Yeah, most definitely.
Seems like they don't give much time to rest between rounds. Right back at it. If he's keeping his distance.
It's like Hayden's extremely picky about his shots. That was a
Oh.
good left.
It's funny, guys. A lot of times they'll circle for 2 minutes, but when they start exchanging, they go wild.
Nice double leg takedown.
Hafiz is bleeding now
Yeah, Hafiz.
from the nose. See if that affects his breathing.
You ever had a bloody nose in a fight, Sean?
I have. Thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah.
Stefan Struve backfisted me before Yves Levine called a horrendously early stoppage to my fight and cost me pretty much tens of thousands of dollars. So thank you once again, Yves Levine.
And Shano for bringing it up.
Yes.
Looks like he's bleeding pretty good. How much does that blood affect your breathing?
It just depends. I mean, unless it's a really bad broken nose, it doesn't affect it that much. Sometimes guys don't get real disheartened by the sight of their own blood.
He's like Hayden's got full mouth there. Going for the arm triangle. Needs to pop over on that left side of Hafiz. And the fence is in the way once again. We saw that in the last fight.
Here he goes. Yeah, this should be about it. If he drops his hips and walks around counterclockwise, he'll be finishing very shortly. Wow, he needs to keep walking.
Yeah, that's
He's got to drop his hips here. Has to drop them or it's not going to finish. You see Hafeez is breathing fairly easily.
yeah. He looks pretty comfortable there. He's not flailing around or anything, so must not be too damaging.
Yeah, the key to this position, Hayden has got to drop his hips and flatten out and continue to walk around. By leaning up on his knees, he's relieving the pressure.
And he goes back to full mount.
Has he got his left arm trapped there?
It looks like he's setting up for the arm bar.
A very high mount.
He just needs to reach down and grab that arm. Lost that opportunity.
Without strikes allowed on the ground, it really, really affects guys' positions or ability to set things up. It's more of a grappling match and maintaining position at that point.
Which I'm actually kind of in favor of it as these beginners are, stepping into the cage. I also think that it puts a lot of focus on the jiu-jitsu game.
10 seconds out, the end of the round. Yeah, I believe if you're gonna have the same rules.
Oh, the armbar attempt. It doesn't look like he's gonna finish it.
No, ran out of time. Here we go for round 3. As we were talking earlier, I was saying, if you're going to have the same rules for amateurs and pros, then I guess amateurs just fighting for free, which I'm sure promoters would love that. But for the safety of the fighters, it probably is better. A lot of guys that go in and fight amateur, they don't really know what they're getting into till they're in there. Besides a pair of really tight spandex shorts.
Looks like they're picky about the shots once again, starting off this fight. Hayden likes to end the round with trying something. The first round he came out swinging. Second was a submission. I think if he would step it up early on in the round, he might be able to finish this fight.
Yeah, a lot of guys like to try to steal a round at the very end of the fight, or at the end of each round. They try to steal it the last 10 seconds with a big flurry. People always remember what they see last.
And by people, you mean judges.
Yes. Wait, there's judges? I thought Yves Levine decides when a fight is over, from my experience. We also want to remind everybody we got LFC 51, Little Giants. I assume they're talking about me, coming up February 10th, featuring yours truly, also me. I'll also be on the card with yours truly. That was a good joke, and you didn't even like it.
And Little Giants is actually referring to the 135-pound Tachi tournament. We got a great flurry of punches there. Oh, looks like Hayden's going for a guillotine. He's got that arm in.
Is it really, you really able to consider yourself a man if you weigh 135 pounds? I've dated girls heavier than that, and I date 10s and up.
I'm assuming by 10s and up, you don't mean age.
Well, my girlfriend, who's being... Speaking of girls I dated, I'd like to bring up the fact that my girlfriend just recently turned 23, or as I call it, she's now a cougar.
Tyson going for that guillotine there.
Speaking of girls I date, my girlfriend just recently turned 23 on New Year's Eve, and she is now what I refer to as a cougar, for me anyway. And she's been quite a pain in the butt recently, I might also mention.
As Hayden's going for the guillotine, looks like he's got the arm in, though. Not really doing too much damage. Hafeez looks pretty comfortable there. Looks like Hayden's just burning his arms out.
This fight reminds me a little bit of the last fight with Ben Tyson. I know it reminds you of it also.
Looks like he's cranking pretty good.
That must mean the round's about to end if he's cranking a submission.